Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. This video is for my girlies, okay? Starting the year right with the right weight is one of my goals for 2025, and I'm sure it is one of your goals as well. So as you all know, I have lost some weight. When I stand on the scale, I realized that I was actually weighing a lot. So let me just give you guys a little breakdown of my story. I went from a 55 kg to an 85 kg in a blink of an eye. Yes, you heard me, 85 kg. So in my year one, I weighed 55 kg. In my year two, I was weighing around 60 kg. I had put on 5 kg extra. In my year three, I was weighing 70 kg, which means I had put on 10 kg on top of the 60. During my final year in school, I still maintained that 70 kg, but immediately I finished school, I added an extra 10 to 15 kg. This is between NYSC, masters, marriage, and last year. Everything just brought me up to 85 kg. And to me, weighing 85 kg was a lot. We all know that the ideal weight we women want to be should be around 60 to 73 kg. Today, I am basically just going to be talking to you guys about ways to lose weight without going to the gym. Yes, you heard me, without going to the gym. I'm just going to show you simple things you can do to change your routine and, lose that weight you've always wanted to lose. And the first section we will talk about would be you need to figure out what is actually making you gain that weight. Do you know there's a saying that goes, if you don't identify the problem, how do you intend to solve it? So for you to be able to solve everything with your weight gain issue, you definitely need to know why you are putting on that weight. Let's get right into it. There are so many reasons why we women put on or add on weight. Sometimes it could be our lifestyle, sometimes it could be our food, sometimes it could be a medical condition, sometimes it could be our hormones. Yes, so that's how bad hormones affect women compared to men. Okay, and we being the kind of people we are, very conscious of our body, that also plays a big role in you putting on weight. One of the spaces that I really like being on, aside YouTube, is TikTok, and that is because I feel like there's a lot of educational content going on there, even though I would advise to seek your doctor's advice first, seek a second opinion before going through with it. But most of the time there are actually educational videos and posts that goes up on TikTok. So for example, I did see a lady who talked about having PCOS, and this PCOS has kind of changed her facial structure. It has changed her body. She went from, I don't know what size she was, but imagine adding 20 more kg to her size. She became very big. All of this was happening after she was diagnosed with PCOS, and that is a health condition. And aside that, because she was very conscious of her body, she also went ahead to do a BBL. She got a BBL done. I think she tried to remove fat from those places where she was gaining them, and all of that did not work, because after some time she kind of put on back that weight that she had gone under the knife for. So you can see how stressful the whole process is. If she was more aware about her condition, she would have probably had a better way to go about it. And kudos to her. I can't remember what her name is, but I just came across the video on TikTok. Kudos to her. She's been able to put out awareness on PCOS. Coming to our girly talk, that's why I said this video is for my girlies. PCOS has become very rampant now, that whenever you go into the hospital, it's like they always want to check if you have PCOS. And another thing I would suggest is for women in their 20s. I'm in my 20s. I got to know about this not really late. I won't say it was very late, because I'm just grateful to God that I wasn't suffering from anything that I didn't know about. So I was on a call with my sister. She's a nurse in the US, by the way. And I think on that particular day, she had a pap smear test to be done, which was scheduled for her. So how it is that in the US, they already know that cancer is a problem. So what they do is that they do regular tests for their citizens. I think we were having a conversation because she was on her way to the hospital, and then she was like, oh, she's going for a pap smear test. And me, I was like, what's happening? Why are you going for a pap smear test? Are you okay? So she said to me, oh, that it's a routine check they have to do. You don't have to wait for something to be wrong with you for you to actually go and check your body. So she was like, no, it's advisable as a lady. So I urge everybody in your 20s, late 20s, mid 20s, early 20s, when you are less busy, just walk into a hospital, a clinic, clinic and just get yourself checked, because it's just good to, know your body overall. Like I said, you need to know your body for you to know what the problem is coming from and how to solve the problem. So eventually I did go, and I realized that the first thing they do is, after the pap smear, they'll ask you if you've done an ultrasound before. If you haven't, they'll be like, okay, let them do, and then they'll check, because currently PCOS is on the rise and is happening. It is actually happening. So I got checked and everything. I was cleared of it. To be honest, I don't think anybody really knows why it happens and why people are diagnosed with PCOS. I feel like I don't even know what it is. I don't even think doctors can really explain as to why people are being diagnosed with it more. What I'm trying to say is that we need to be checking our bodies, because sometimes you are gaining weight and you are trying so much to lose that weight, and that weight is not going because you don't know what is going on inside your body, making you probably do the things that are not working for you, if that makes more sense. And I wasn't going to talk about losing weight without talking about PCOS and our body, our hormones, because let's be real, it doesn't just boil down to you waking up in the morning and going to the gym and then magically losing the weight. It doesn't work that way. Sometimes you need to go in depth to understand what your body wants. For people with other health conditions, I cannot tell you do this. Disclaimer, I'm just giving you my own experience, things I did to lose weight, and that's why I did take my time to talk about PCOS and people with health conditions. But I am just stating it out here that if you have PCOS, you are dealing with PCOS and it's disturbing your weight, you are dealing with weight gain, I suggest that you go to TikTok. There are a lot of materials you can use there. There are a lot of things that can help you. I know that controlling your diet, your lifestyle, and taking vitamins, I think there are particular vitamins that doctors can prescribe, that goes a long way in helping you to maintain your weight, lose weight, and also put yourself in order. Basically, you need to know your body, you need to know your capability, you need to know how well your body sits with each routine. And that is why when you go to a personal trainer, the personal trainer will give you like a form to fill out to know your history before going forward to give you like a routine. So what I'm saying is everybody's body is different. My body can receive something like this other person's body might not be able to receive it. Like, everybody should tailor their routine in a way that suits them. So I have tailored my own, and that's what I'm sharing with you. It might help somebody out there. I might not be able to help everybody, but I know that I can help specific people. And that's why I said there are so many resources on TikTok that you can use. Talking to your doctor, going for regular checkups can also help you understand your body better. Okay, now that's the first step. Step 2 is definitely what we eat. Whether we like it or not, what we eat goes a long way in contributing to whether we lose weight or we add weight. I'm going to talk about my own personal case. I have actually taken my time to figure out what I eat, and I have also been able to figure out what was exactly making me put on weight and also adding in places that I didn't want to. In my case, my issue started by me having ulcer, and then my ulcer kind of graduated is how the whole thing was going, and then I ended up having reflux. And anytime you hear somebody say I have ulcer, the first thing is that people will assume is you don't eat well or you are not eating well. So eventually I was given a vitamin, and that vitamin is orange. I don't even know what the name is, but it's in like an orange thing. You have to tear the top and then suck it. And I remember that after taking that vitamin, my life just never remained the same. I mean, I started to eat a lot, and from then I realized that the mindset of having ulcer and having reflux is eat. So every time I'm like, oh, I'm in pain, or I'm having reflux coming up here and it's inflamed, everybody kept screaming eat, and that was not the solution to my problem. So reflux, to my knowledge, is basically having your stomach produce a lot of acid, and sometimes that acid can come all the way up to your esophagus, and if that place is inflamed, you get pain. So when I say pain, you get back pain here, or chest pain, or heartburn. Those are like the symptoms of reflux. That sometimes can be like having an empty stomach every time. So because your stomach produces a lot of acid, your food digests faster, and most of the times it feels like you are never full. So you can keep eating and never ever get full. If you don't manage your symptoms properly, if you don't understand things you need to eat, things you don't need to eat, what to do not to trigger that reflux, because sometimes reflux can be triggered. So if you're eating well, eating very good, you might really not have heartburn, all of that for a while, but the moment you just shift, it can just be triggered and then it can come. So if you don't manage your symptoms well, you find out that you end up eating and eating and eating and eating. So I basically had the mindset of I need to keep eating. So that was my case. So I had the mindset that I needed to keep eating just so that my tummy is not empty. So in a day I could eat like 6 times. Calm down. When I mean 6 times, I mean smaller portions, but 6 times. I just kept eating, just so my body does not get, my tummy does not get empty. So I started to add weight in mostly my belly area and my arms. I had weight there as well. If you see me physically, you won't know that I was actually weighing 85 kg, but I knew I was weighing 85 kg because my clothes, I can tell that, oh, Sophie, you've actually grown bigger, because I was wearing a size 8 and then I moved to 10, and at the point when I started wearing 12 and 14, I knew something was wrong. I knew that something was already wrong. This went as far as messing up my skin. So in summary, my gut health was trash. The earlier you realize how much role your gut health plays in your health, the better it's going to be for you. I've struggled with acne for a long time, and this is the first time I've had an almost perfect clear skin. We are getting there and it feels so great, I'm not going to lie. So for people who are having acne, unexplained acne, especially on your cheek area, and you're just having a lot of acne, I suggest you check your gut health. You probably have your gut health messed up, or basically your diet. Trust me, the moment I changed my diet, I think my skin got better. So we'll talk more about that. I start my day with taking water. So the moment I wake up, I am taking water. I am drinking water. That's the first thing I do. The benefits of taking water: refreshes your system. They say it helps to clear your skin. You've always heard that myth. If you want a clear skin, drink more water. But it just helps your body just set up itself for the rest of the day. So water is so much important. It's so much more important than you think, taking water in the morning. For people who really want to burn fat, I would say try warm water or hot water, because it's not only good for your body, it's also good for your womb, it's good for your cramps, it's good for your period. Anything warm, we need to be warm down there. So anything warm is just good for you. So if you can't do normal water, try hot water. If you can't do hot water, you can just do normal water as well. That will work. Then after taking water at 10 a.m, I take green tea. So yes, green tea is one of the things that I don't think people talk about it enough. Green tea has a lot of benefits when it comes to our body, our hormones, and other things that have to go on with us. Let me give you few benefits of green tea. Green tea is an antioxidant, which means it prevents cell damage. Green tea helps in weight management. Yes, you heard me right. It helps in weight management. And if there's anything at all that has changed my weight, it's green tea, because I have been taking it every single day. But I've gotten to the point where I don't take it every single day anymore. I take it maybe every other day. Green tea helps with weight loss and body fat reduction. So it's perfect. It's perfect. Also, green tea also helps your heart health because it reduces cholesterol and it improves your cardiovascular health. So yes, it helps you. For that cholesterol part, trust me, green tea works like magic. If you take it the right way, you will see the benefits of taking green tea every morning or every other day. Another thing green tea can help you with is digestion. One thing I've realized from taking green tea is I always go to the toilet every day. Before, I would go to the toilet every other day, or even sometimes every 2 days, and then you are bloated, you are constipated. Green tea helps that problem to be solved. Another big thing about green tea is that it's an appetite suppressor. So what it means is that taking green tea will help you suppress your hunger. So if you want to lose weight, you have to eat less, right? That all boils down to you being able to suppress your hunger. So the less hungry you are, the less you will eat. The best point of green tea is that it helps your blood sugar to be managed properly. If you don't know, your blood sugar can also be the reason why you are putting on so much weight and the weight is not going. Go and check it. Google it, search it anywhere. Once you have a high blood sugar or you're taking too much sugary things, it has tendency to disrupt your body and make you gain weight. It's even sugar that makes you gain weight. The more junks you eat, the more fat you get. Blood sugar management is very, very important when it comes to losing weight. That's just the truth, and green tea helps to do that. Another thing thing green tea helps with is skin health. So in case you don't know, it helps with inflammation on your skin, and that is why skin has also improved because I started taking green tea. So there's a lot of benefits about green tea. You can Google it, you can check it. Make sure you check to know if it's safe for you to use or not. I currently take green tea, the one from Twinning. I think it has pomegranate, raspberry and strawberry flavor in it. It smells amazing, and you know, that's what I take. I was put off certain food after being diagnosed with reflux. So for example, fast food is a no-no, fried food is a no-no, sodas as well, alcohol, 0, oranges, things that are high in acid, smoking, 0. So I was already put off all of this when I was diagnosed with reflux. Even though it may seem like my condition has already limited me from eating certain type of food, I still had bad habits that I was doing that was still making me gain weight. So I can say I have managed to stay away from soda for the past 6 years. When I say stay away from soda, I've had Sprite mixed with water. I've had juices mixed with water. I've had things diluted mixed with water. When I say soda, I mean Coke, Fanta, straight up. I haven't had all of those in 6 years. What I'm trying to say is that for people who consistently take all these things I've mentioned, like junk, alcohol, your journey might be a little bit slower than mine, because I have already lived 6 years of my life not taking most of all this food. So it was a bit easy for me to be able to select the foods that I can take and the one that I cannot take. So if you are able to also implement that in your life, that will go a long way for you. Cutting out all of the junk food, sugar, all of that. Sugar goes a long way too in also disrupting your body. In case you don't know, when you have too much sugar, your body is disrupted, and that was my case. Even though I had cut out all these sodas, there was a particular thing I was taking that had a lot of sugar, which is Milo. And I really liked Milo because I'm a tea girl. If you know me on this channel, people gift me cups because I love tea. And the tea I used to take was Milo, because at that point it was the only thing I feel that had sugar that I was taking. So I could take Milo 5 times a day, which is still a lot of sugar. If you'd see how many sugar is contained in a spoon of Milo, I think Aproko doctor has done something about that. There's still a lot of sugar in Milo, and it's still not healthy. It's still very much not healthy. The thing that was actually disrupting my body, I was taking too much Milo, which in turn is too much sugar. Even though I'm not taking soda, I'm not taking junk food, I'm not taking food outside, I was still accumulating sugar. I switched my Milo for PGT. So PGT is like a plant-based tea. It's a size green tea that I take. Whenever I'm craving for Milo, I just go and take PGT and just put a little bit of creamer or milk in it, and then I take it. So yeah, that has also helped. And then anything that I have to do, I substitute it with honey. Even though our Aproko doctor said honey has more sugar than sugar. I don't know if that makes sense, but I try to use less sugar. That's my point. So less sugar, maybe 1 cube of sugar. If I don't want to do sugar, honey, 1 spoon of honey, and that's it. Having fat in your belly area can also be caused by accumulated sugar. Sugar intake is just too much. And the moment I cut on sugar, my belly fat was reducing. No more bloating. I can't even remember when last I had bloating. Even on my periods, I don't have bloating. Usually I would have bloating every time you see my tummy 3 times the size. That's because sugar was actually disrupting my body. Lunch starts at 12 p.m. Honestly, you can have anything at this time, but I personally would have more protein than carbs. So I'm basically talking about more eggs, chicken, meat, and a little portion of carbs. Today I'll be doing jollof rice and fish with steamed vegetables. At 3 p.m., I go for something sweet and small like a snack, fruits, or even chia seed pudding. For today, I'll be having pomegranate seed. So this is what pomegranate looks like, and I'm just going to de-seed it so you guys can see what it looks like. What I do is probably just de-seed it, wash it, rinse out any shaft that is in it, and then put them in these little bowls, and then I put them in the fridge. So whenever I feel hungry, I can go to the fridge, pick up a pomegranate there, I've already de-seed them already, and just have them as a snack. The next thing I'm going to suggest is to do interim fasting. What is the fastest way of curbing your hunger and watching what you are eating is interim fasting. That's the truth. So interim fasting is an eating plan that alternates between the period of eating and fasting. It is based on the idea that the body can survive without food for a longer period of time. So let me just explain this in a layman's language. So in a layman's language, it just means when there is absence of food, your body sends a signal to your brain telling your brain that, okay, there's no food, or how well do we manage the nutrients that this girl has in her body in order to sustain her body. So in that aspect, it goes ahead to, use the nutrient that has been saved up in your body to, manage your body. And in other words, that also leads to you burning fats. Aproko doctors talked about this before. Interim fasting is such a huge deal if you want to lose weight, especially without using exercise or without going to the gym. Some mornings I wake up very hungry. I'm sure it's not only me. In fact, hunger is what wakes me up, and that is just a signal that your body is telling you, oh, we need this, we need this. Waking up very hungry is not ideal. Like, you shouldn't be waking up very hungry, honestly. So that's when your body's alerting you that, you need to fast. You need to allow your body to use the nutrients that you have. If that is you, please do not make the mistake of eating immediately you wake up. Just don't. Especially when you want to lose weight, don't bother yourself at all. And that is the moment where you have to take green tea. So now, if you listen, everything I'm saying is following a sequence. So if you wake up hungry, like me, I usually always wake up hungry, or hunger wakes me up. When I wake up, I take water. Once it's 10 a.m. in the morning, which is quite early, I go and take my green tea. So that green tea suppresses the hunger that is coming for no reason, because waking up your body with sugary foods is not ideal. Trust me, you are going to put on so much weight. And waking up your body without the right nutrients is also not ideal as well. So starting your day with sugar is what gives a spike in your sugar level. I was probably having too much sugar, and also I wasn't having those sugar at the right time. I would take Milo 2 a.m. in the morning, first thing in the morning, 7 o'clock I'm drinking Milo. All of that is just disrupting my body. So when your body is alert, like when you wake up from sleep, I think it needs time to be hydrated. First of all, it needs time for the body to process and use the nutrients that you have in your body. But when you wake up first thing in the morning and the first thing you are doing is taking sugar, you are just going to be increasing your sugar level. Honestly speaking, you are just making your sugar level higher. Try it and see if you lose weight. Try it and see if you lose weight. Do not take sugar the first thing in the morning when you wake up. Try green tea instead and see if that makes a significant change in your life. It did in my life, so of course, try it. Honestly, I didn't think I could, wake up in the morning and not eat immediately because I had reflux. All I did was just channeling my food intake with my body. So I was working hand in hand with how my body is, and that was how I was able to create my routine. So for you, if you are not comfortable taking 10 o'clock in the morning, you can do earlier, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, depending on how your body is. But for me, that's what works for me, and that's what I've been able to manage and maintain. There can be a plan I will make now and I can survive, and you cannot survive it. So like I said from the beginning, everybody's body is different. The purpose of this video is just to give you an idea of what you can do to actually lose weight without actually going to the gym. But then again, remember that you have to tailor it to your own self, because everybody is different, your body is different. So try it out for a week first. If it's not working with you, you can tweak it and adjust it. So basically, the interim fasting rule is the 16 to 8. 16 to 8 rule. That is the rule that everybody knows. If you Google interim fasting, it's going to come out. So that's like the eating plan a lot of people know. However, like I said, don't go and be doing weight loss and injure yourself. For me, I couldn't stick to the 16 to 8 rule. Instead, I am doing the 14, I'm doing the 14 to 10 rule. But the original rule is 16 to 8, but I'm doing 14 to 10 because that's the way I want to start up my own, weight loss journey. So everybody is different. Do what you can to your limits. Do not do more than your limits, and that will be fine. I feel like weight loss is a gradual process for some people. For me, it was quite fast because I tend to lose fat fast. So it wasn't really very hard for me. But if you know your body and you know that it's not something that is very easy for you, I suggest you take your time, give yourself a realistic time, to actually lose those weights. So let's explain the rule. 16 to 8 rule means you are fasting for 16 hours and eating only 8 hours. However you want to tailor it in your calendar, in your 24 hours calendar, you can do that as well, anyhow you like. But just know for 16 hours there's no food, for 8 hours there's food. Mind you, there's a disclaimer. If you are doing any of this interim fasting I'm talking about, make sure you are hydrated. If you are not eating for that 16 hours, keep drinking water, tea, water, tea, water, tea, or else you will collapse. So the thing is that with this interim fasting, the only way to make yourself or your body get used to it is to be hydrated. Most of the times when you feel hungry, you don't know that you need water. So sometimes when your body needs water, it sends a signal and you start to have headache. I've had that before. When you're feeling very hungry, just try to drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, and see if the headache comes down. If the headache reduces and it comes down, it means you're actually thirsty. You were not having enough water. So you have to drink more water. And focus on just being very, very, very much hydrated because your body's going to need it. Every second, keep drinking water, drinking tea. Drink whatever you can drink that is drinkable. Just keep drinking. Whatever rule you even decide to create, make sure that hydration is on your point. That's the only way you'd be able to survive the interim fasting. Personally, for me, I stop eating once it's 12 p.m. And when I say stop eating, I mean snacking and the rest. But for the 16 to 8 rule, you have to stop eating, I think 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. For me, I am taking it slow because I am coming from a midnight snacker to a non-snacker at all. So I decided that instead of stopping myself from eating 7, 8, I will not be able to live up to surviving till the next morning because I wanted my body to just adjust slowly. So for me, snacking ends by 12 a.m. in the morning. Once it's 12 a.m., no more snacking, no eating, nothing, just water till the next morning. But I try to make sure I have dinner around 8 p.m. or 9, which is still kind of late, I know, but I said earlier that I'm moving slowly because I'm coming from somebody who eats 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m. any time of the day to, stopping. So it has to be a gradual process. I'll typically say if you are used to it, you can stop from 6 to 9 should be your range where you should have dinner, and then maybe you can take snack like chia seed. For dinner, we're having boiled potatoes, some air-fried salmon, and veggies. That's what I like to have for dinner, something very simple. I personally like to start prepping my night snack while I'm making dinner as well. So for snack, we're having chia seed pudding. I made some chia seed pudding yesterday, and basically, if you don't know, let me tell you the benefits of chia seeds. So chia seeds, they are high in fiber, which can help you in digestion and gut health. Fiber can also help you promote going to the loo because it helps with constipation. So if you are always feeling constipated, bloated, chia seed pudding is very good for you. Because it's high in fiber, it can also help you feel fuller for longer. You can take chia seed pudding maybe after dinner. It may also help you in weight loss because it makes you feel fuller and that makes you not want to eat more. It also helps in bone health because chia seed contains calcium and magnesium, which in turn helps your bone. It also helps in diabetes management. It slows down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, which in turn helps you to manage your blood sugar level. So yeah, I hope with these few points I'm able to convince you that chia seed pudding should also be a good choice for you to add to your diet. Doing the 14 to 10 rule tailored to my own health, and what I can manage, and that is what has exactly worked for me. In 2 weeks, I had lost some weight. I could feel my pants dropping. That was how I knew that I had lost some weight. In 3 weeks, skin became clearer than ever. I stopped being tired. I got more energy, completed my walking goal in a day, sleep better, felt lighter, great immunity. Our body acts very funny, and if you are not fueling it well, it won't work properly. Basically, I am at my ideal weight right now without exercising, but I'm currently working on simple routines and stretches I can add, to make my body a little bit more flexible. I really hope these tips are helpful. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Leave a comment if you have any question. Turn on your notification bell so you can be notified when I have a new upload. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and bye.